Let me hear you say I'm ready. Come on, now slide, slide, slide to the bar. Shine, shine, shine like a star. Let me hear you say I'm ready. Come on, now slide, slide, slide to the bar. Shine, shine, shine like a star. Yeah, that's what I wanna see you slide, slide, slide. That's what I wanna see you shine, shine, shine. Oh, it's on tonight. Throw that thing from left, right, side to side. Yeah, all my friends are here. Play my favorite song right on time. Ooh, and we never stop. Music pumping, we just keep on rolling. No, we never stop. Shake, shake, shake your honey till the morning. Let me hear you say I'm ready. Come on, now slide, slide, slide to the bar. Shine, shine, shine like a star. Let me hear you say I'm ready. Come on, now slide, slide, slide to the bar. Shine, shine, shine like a star. Yeah, I said I wanna see you slide, slide, slide. Yeah, come on now, now, now. I said I wanna see you shine, shine, shine. I wanna see ya. I wanna see you. So let me hear you sigh. I said I wanna see you slide, slide, slide. I said I wanna see you shine, shine, shine.
This is a wonderful day. I've never seen this one before. Don't you love that? That's Maya Angelou. Terrific. I love it. It's fresh. It's a new day. It's a fresh day. It's a day for you to let your yoga be fresh and new too. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. How are we different? We practice every single day live, and we do different types of practices. Today is our Yoga Plus practice. So we do yoga, the focus is on the yoga, but we also do some barre, we also do some Pilates, and we also do some weights. If you can stick around for the whole time, that's great. If you can only stick around for 10 minutes, that's fine too, but just do what's right for you. Bottom of the screen says, do what's right for your body. Of course you're gonna do that. You're gonna listen to your body and you're gonna do what's good for it. All right, every day, like I said, our practices are different. Check us out. You'll have fun in each of the practices. I hope. I mean, if it's not fun, you don't wanna come back, right? But the beauty of doing it at home, you can do it your way, you can do it when you wanna do it. But listen to your body, move with love, flow with love, not force. All right, one of the 8 limbs of yoga talks about that. It talks about not harming yourself, not harming the one and only you, right? Take care of you. Listen to what works for you and disregard the rest. You don't need to do it. All right, here's the word to think about today. The word is me. 2 little letters, me, myself, and I. And that means involving your own interest and your own satisfaction. It's not being selfish. I mean, it's taking care of you, and that's where you got to start. And your yoga is a great way to start. All right, so maybe this might be your mantra today. This is a nice one. I meet myself where I am. Don't force anything. I meet myself where I am. Just do. Don't overthink it. All right, let's come on up to standing. Grab your props. A different prop I've got. You can tell I'm unpacking all of my yoga things. A different prop that I have is these different kinds of weights. So a lot of times, we're going to use hand weights today, and those are great and fun. But sometimes, when you lift them, you're like, ooh, I don't know if I can hold on to that. Buy this kind with the little hand holds that you can hold on to them a lot easier, and you don't have to worry about dropping them. So maybe that's something you might want to consider. Grab your other props, the little ball, the blocks, your strap, whatever works. Come on up to standing. If you don't have any of those, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. That's my big thing. Don't sweat it. Do what you can with what you got. Maybe you just got 2 water bottles and those will be your weights. You can move through this practice and make it work for you. All right, first thing we're gonna do, we got a lot of poses today. Let's get through them all. Place your hands on your hips. Maybe you've got a chair nearby. That's good too. Don't be critical of what you're doing, or don't say, I can't do this, I can't do that. Nix it from your vocabulary. You can do it. You can do it because you do it your way. Hands on your hips, shoulders back, shoulders down, chest is lifted. Take a deep breath in and sigh out your troubles. Let them all go. Let's start to come into rising up onto the balls of our feet. So you're in this confidence pose, the superwoman pose, or the superman pose. Hold on here to your hips, your chair. Just roll onto the balls of your feet. So what's the whole idea here? Whole idea is working on your foundation, waking up your feet. We've got a little bit of a warm up, then we get into our practice. So if all you can do is the warm up today, good. That's more than doing nothing at all, right? Breathe. All right, so you just got to think this. If I'm not doing for myself, who will do for me? You got to take care of yourself. All right, so you're coming up onto the balls of your feet. Maybe come on down to your heels and then lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. Take care of you first so you can take care of others. All right, so maybe rock on your feet a little bit. Just feel the power and the strength and the capability of your feet, your foundation. Think about it. You can't do anything without your strong feet and your strong foundation. You can't walk, you can't move, you can't get up. Breathe, ground into the earth. And then settle in. Settle into your feet. Maybe move your hips a little bit this way and that. Now find your block. All right. Take your block. Stable height. Let's take, I'm going to move back. Press the ball of your foot onto the block. Let your heel come toward the earth. Huge calf stretch, isn't it? Oh my gosh. I've got plantar fasciitis and it sometimes, it hurts. Rolling your foot on a ball, stretching out the foot on a block, doing a stretch like this against the wall. If you don't have a block, put your toes against the wall and stretch it out. You've got all the props you need. They're there, no excuses. All right, switch it out. Other foot, press the ball of the foot into the block and just stretch out the feet. Build that super strong foundation. Breathe in, breathe out. Let it go. Sigh it out your mouth. Let it go. There's your calf stretch. Let's come back to our mat. Come off of your block. Palm tree pose. Starting with an extended mountain. Lift your fingers up to the sky. Root into your feet. You're strong. Hold on here. Solid and rock strong like a mountain. Lift your fingers a little higher. Lift out of the chest. Even feel your hips rise up. Breathe. Root into the earth. Interlace your fingers. Palm tree pose. Sway gently from side to side. Palms up toward the sky. Just wake up your spine by moving it sideways. Breathe in. Breathe out. Life is good. It's a new day. You've never seen this one before. Make the most of it. There's your gentle palm tree pose. Let's come back to the extended mountain pose. Reach. You've got length here. Take a big breath in. Exhale, float your arms on down and just enjoy letting the arms float down. Shoulders away from the ears. Hands to your bottom, to your low back. Squeeze your elbows together. Push your belly forward. Look up toward the sky. Just a little back bend, followed by a forward fold, right? So we move the spine sideways, moved it back, move it forward. Just fold in half. Fold in half. Let your arms hang heavy. Let your head hang heavy too. Wiggle your knees because you're going to have fun. Let your head, crown of the head, hang toward the earth. Shake your neck a little bit. Don't hold on to the neck. Don't be trying to look up to the TV. I'll tell you what you need to do. Just let the crown of your head hang toward the earth. Hollow out your belly as you exhale, creating more space, allowing you to fold more forward. Breathe in.
Breathe out. Put a little bend in your knees. Maybe that feels good. Maybe walk your feet a little further apart. Make room for your belly. That feels pretty good. Breathe in. Sigh it out. Breathe it out. You got it. Fold in half. You are strong. You're so strong. Let's take your hands, place them behind your calves, hug your elbows towards your thighs, and help yourself here. Fold even more. And then release. Let your arms float on up as you come on up to your extended mountain pose. Now reach, tee out your arms, palms face down, draw little circles on the side of your room. Draw them toward the back of the room, maybe make them bigger, maybe make them smaller. You do what you want to do. And then bend the knees, start to work the knees in. Hands come down, knees go down, hands go up, knees straighten. Arm circles can be big or not so big. You work what needs to be worked. Get into the shoulders if you can with those nice big circles. Take the arm circles in the opposite direction. Maybe bend the knees a little more or a little less. Let's finish here. Come back up to standing. Let your shoulders hang down by your side. Arms are heavy. Big coat swing. Sway from side to side. Tap your hip, tap your backside, and look over one shoulder, then the other. Like I said, you don't need any props today. You could have 2 water bottles. Everybody's got those. 2 cans from your pantry, but hold on to them if you're using those. Or your normal props that we use, your blocks, your strap, your weights, your little squishy ball. You have it or not? Totally good. You can still practice. All right, controlled twist is now finished. Let's come back to the midline of our body. Place your hands on opposite elbow creases. Fold forward and take your ragdoll pose. You know, focus on what you can do today. Contentment is in this moment. Move your knees, a little bit of a wiggle here. Maybe you feel more comfortable having your feet a little further apart. Maybe that feels more stable. Just be content in this moment. Enjoy the feeling in your body. Start to sway your elbow from one side to the other for the fullest expression of your ragdoll pose. Remember to sigh it out, breathe it out, let it go. So you're loosening up your low back. Ooh, an area where most of us get kind of tight sometimes. Let this feel good. Do ragdoll a couple of times today. Maybe here's your challenge. Maybe 3 times today. Spontaneously do your ragdoll. Whenever you've been sitting for a long period of time, occasionally stand up, fold in half, and just loosen your low back. Let's come back to the starting position at the midline of your body. Release your fingers down to your mat. Come on down, all the way down to a child's pose. All right, this is where we're going to get into our mind. Let your knees come together. Let your toes come together. Sit your hips back to your heels. Use a block if you want. Maybe you've graduated on down to a smaller block as you get closer and closer to the ground. Arms long down by your sides. Palms face up. Nice tight little yogi ball here in your child's pose. You don't have to use the block. You can place your head on your mat. Breathe. That's a classic child's pose, extended child's pose. We're going to do that a couple times today, and I'm going to do it now. I'm going to spread my knees wide, send my hips back towards my heels, bring my arms to the top of the mat and my forehead down either to the block or to the mat. You know, you could have your block at the top of your mat, and you could put your hands on it. Or both blocks at the top of your mat and place both hands on those. Breathe in. Breathe out. Think of your tailbone going more to the back of your room. Think of the crown of your head lengthening more to the top of your room. Stretch it out. Feel good. Now close your lips if you like and breathe in and out of your nose as you build heat in your body. And just focus on who? Focus on me. Focus on you. Focus on your breath, your life, your well-being, your yoga. Take a breath in. Breathe out. You know, if you like closing the lips and breathing in and out of the nose, do that. If it doesn't work for you, breathe any way you like. Maybe occasionally, if something feels a little stressful, you sigh it out audibly out of your mouth. Breathe however is right for you, but try to take deep, long breaths. Nourish the body with the big inhales And release it with the big exhales. Child's pose, stay in it longer. Any of these poses, stay in them longer if they're speaking to you. I'm gonna come out of child's pose now, and I'm gonna come to a neutral tabletop. That means knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, press into the earth, press the tops of the feet into the earth, take your hands, bring your fingers back towards your knees, and let's do a forearm stretch. Wiggle your hips left to right, move your hips back towards your bottom. What are we doing here? You want to feel a nice stretch in your forearm, in the front of your arm. Stretch it out. Move your hips from side to side if that's the ticket, or move them toward your bottom. But just feel that good stretch in your forearm. Take it to what feels right for you. Motion is lotion. Don't you like that saying? All right, let's finish up with the forearm stretch. Bring your hands back to a natural position. Wiggle your wrists, wiggle your fingers. Get those little tinglies out of your arms. From this position now, let's go to a toes pose, back to our foundation. Tuck your toes towards your shins. Have a seat back on your heels, and you can stay right here. This one's intense. If it hurts, don't do it. Take it to a lesser percentage. If it's just uncomfortable, breathe through it. Maybe take that sigh through it. All right, grab your blocks. We're gonna flow this from a toes pose to an ankle pose, really getting that full range of motion going in the feet and ankles. So stretch out the toes. Bring the blocks forward, come onto the tops of your feet, come on back to the tops of your feet, but keep your knees together. Press into your blocks, come on to the tops of your feet, maybe find a little balance. You can hold on to the blocks or ditch the blocks and have your hands at prayer center. Or hold on to the blocks and say, I might need them, so I'm gonna hold on to them. Totally good. Come back. Toes pose, stretch out the feet. Ooh, sometimes you can take it deeper and try harder, knowing you're gonna come out of it soon. So just try. Breathe, shoulders over your hips, make it more intense. Maybe come out of it now, go to your ankle pose. Maybe take it good and high, realizing, hey, I've got my blocks here. And if you don't have blocks, you got your good old hands. You can use those too. Press into the mat, lift your knees up, and find your comfortable balance here. So if you move a little, you're gonna feel better a lot. So keep going. Keep going, move through it. The magic is in your body and how it feels. Don't worry about, am I using the props right? Just what feels good. Breathe. That's your toes pose and your ankle pose. All right, we got that going on. Let's come into a cat-cow pose now. All right, cat-cow, shoulders over wrists, knees under hips, press the earth away, tops of the feet pressed into the mat, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, cat, tuck your chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone under, arch your back up to the sky. Cow time, lift your tailbone, lift the crown of your head up. Oh, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Breathe. So as you exhale, think of your belly button going to your spine. I say that a lot, but it's a really good sensation. Feels really good. There's your cat. Inhale, cow. Think of your belly coming down, the crown of your head, and your tailbone lifting. Nice job. Hello, Canel, Stan, Greg, Tyrone, Margarita, Kelly, Tina, Rena. All right, let's go. Keep at it. Emily, Elizabeth, Bonnie, how are you? Oh, I better not say Bonnie. Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie. That's Bonnie, too. All right. Okay, so do your cat-cow. You've done that. Come to a neutral tabletop. Cat pulling its tail. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a good one. Take it to the expression that's right for you. I'm gonna lift my right leg up. I'm gonna lift my right leg up and almost like you're kicking your bottom. In fact, just try pulse a little bit. There's a little bit of bar today. Pulse your heel in. Maybe that's where you stay. It's all good. Maybe you take your opposite hand, the left hand, reach around and capture your foot. Hold on to your foot and then kick into your foot. As you kick into your foot, look to the left side of your mat. Maybe look to the left side of your room. Maybe look to the left side of your room and look over your left shoulder as you kick into your hand. So cat pulling its tail. All right, let's finish here. Hands come down, knees comes down. We got an opportunity to do it again. Press into the earth. Lift your left leg up.
kick your bottom, or kick your heel towards your bottom. And think I get to do cat-cow pose, not I have to do cat-cow pose. Hi, Betty, how are you? My friend in Florida. Take your right hand, reach around, capture your foot. Same thing, kick into it. Feel your right collarbone open up. Look to the right side of your mat, your room, over your right shoulder. Kick harder, you got it. And then finish. Come on down, knee comes down, hand comes down. Take a cat-cow cycle. Cat. Inhale, cow. Even out. We come back to those midline positions to just even everything out to make it feel right again. Okay, here's an opportunity to use this ball. Don't have to. You can use a weight, you can use a block, or nothing at all. I'm gonna place the squishy ball behind my right knee. I'm gonna lift up my right knee, drawing my toes toward my shin. That helps the ball kind of stay locked in. We're gonna go from a fire hydrant pose, that's lifting your leg to the side of the room, keeping your weight equally distributed in your hands. Lift and lower. Then let's take it to a donkey kick. That means bringing the knee back. Remember how we did for cat pose? Bring it on back and pulse it up a few times. Try to keep your hips equal distant to your mat. Lengthen through your spine. I'm going to hover the knee and I'm going to bring it back several times to side lift or fire hydrant pose. Breathe. Dawn. Dawn, are you here today or are you here later? Dawn, you named that pose Dalmatian pose. You could name it Dachshund pose if you want. Whatever. Big dog, little dog, just try. Get that mobility in the hips going. All right, you're going back and forth between your donkey kick, lifting to the sky, and your fire hydrant pose. Okay, this ball, I think I inflated a little too much because it's kind of slipping. So when you have the motion ball, the slow-mo ball or bender ball, don't inflate it too much. You want it to be really squishy. All right, let's finish here. Bring the knee down. Take the ball to the other side. Bring it behind the other knee. Draw the toes up toward the shin. Kind of helps lock the ball in. Press into the earth and start to do your Dalmatian pose on this side. So you know what feels right. Alternate between lifting and lowering to the side, then take it to your donkey kick and just pulse the foot on up to the sky. And go back and forth between one and the other. You know, other days, there's so many different ways to do these, just subtle little different variations. You do what you like, right? And if you don't like it, you're not gonna do it. So just stick with it. Sticking with it's the most important part. All right, keep at it. Fire hydrant, donkey kick, fire hydrant, donkey kick. Maybe you're counting, maybe you're doing 3 or 5 or 12 on each side, then going to the other pose. All right, let's finish up here. Glutes are a little bit on fire, right? Bring your knees together to the bottom of your mat. Bring your ball to the top. Spread your knees wide. Think wide-legged child's pose. Send your hips back to your heels. Place your hands on the ball. That's an option. And then move the ball a little bit from side to side. Let your bottom sink back toward the bottom of your mat. Oh, breathe. When you're ready, let's finish here. Come on up. Press on up, and it's time to do a plank. All right, so here's the deal. We've warmed up, we've worked the foundation quite a bit. We've got some mobility in our shoulders going on, mobility in our hips. Let's do that strength building pose, a plank. We do a plank in just about every practice. Let's do it for 1 minute. We're gonna set a timer. You do it as long as you like. Lots of ways to take your planks. If you're new to planks, let's go through this real quick. If you're new and planks just aren't your thing yet, because you'll be convinced you're gonna love them over time, you can lie on your ground, press your blocks up to the sky, and imagine that you are in a plank. Think of being 180 degrees out. Okay, another variation would be to press into your mat, send your legs long, press on up to a high plank. You can do it on your blocks or no blocks at all. Keep your body nice and straight, lengthen through the spine. Another variation would be on your knees. Spread your knees a little bit, Work your arms more forward. Hinge your weight more forward. Maybe put a towel under your knees. Feel the weight in your arms. Maybe bend your elbows a little bit like you're doing a push-up. And keep the weight here. Stay strong. I'm going to take a different variation today. I'm going to come down onto my forearms. And you could stay here and you could stay on your knees if you like. I'm going to put the ball between my thighs. Then I'm going to press my feet toward my shins, and I'm going to come up here in a dolphin plank. Let's get set up, take the variation you like, and let's start the timer now. Okay, 1 minute, here we go. So in your plank pose, you want to be strong, you want to push the earth away, you want to align yourself, you want to have your wrists and elbows and shoulders in one line if you're in a high plank. You want to have your elbows under your shoulders if you're in a dolphin plank. I'm squeezing the ball between my thighs, ensuring that I stay strong and my feet are hip width distance apart. Shoot the energy out your heels, lengthen through your spine. We are halfway there. So keep the time if you want by looking at the timer on the screen, or I'll kind of give you little time hacks periodically. Okay, we got 20 seconds to go. Hold on here. Take breaks if you need them. You can drop to your knees. You can send your hips high to the sky. Let your neck be long as your gaze is down towards your mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Less than 10 seconds to go. Hold on. You can do anything for 10 seconds. Push harder into the earth. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Come on down. Okay, whichever variation of plank you took, good on you. You did well. You showed up. That's the big thing. If you stay on your mat in a child's pose the whole time, that's good too. Showing up is 9/10 of the battle. All right, I'm gonna take this ball. Maybe you take the ball. Maybe you use no ball at all. I'm gonna take the ball and let some of the air out. Okay, it's a little better. Then I'm going to take the ball and place it at my low back. Place the ball at my low back. Feet can be on your mat. Hands can be at prayer center as you lean back onto that ball. If you don't have a ball, don't worry, you can still do it. You can come all the way down to recline. You can bend your knees, soles of the feet on your mat, or open up your knees. Soles of your feet touch, knees open wide. It's up to you. I'm gonna use the ball for fun today. Okay, I'm also gonna open up my knees. Soles of the feet touch. Do what works, right? Reach your arms long in between your legs, reaching the arms long and straight as you do little pulses here. Now don't get the momentum going, it's kind of fun, but try to use your strong core to lift you and lower you. Now, you're not going very fast. Breathe. I'm gonna bring both hands to surround the right knee. Kind of create that aura around the knee. Reach, 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 little twist. Breathe, breathe. You got it. Back to center. It's the core. It's all about the core, baby. It's all about the core. Strong. Shoulders are down, away from the ears. Reach toward the left knee now. Surround the knee. Lift and lower. Little twist. You got it going on. Breathe. Maybe if you're down on your back and you've bent your elbows, bring your fingertips lightly to your temples and then lift and lower that way. And you can pulse. When you lift, just pulse a few inches up to the sky. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You got it. I'm back to center now. Let's finish here. Let's send the legs long, remove the ball, place the ball, if you want to use it, down between your ankles. We're going to do Pilates 100s. Now for the 100s, you can have nothing at all. Your legs are long. You can have the ball at the bottom of your mat. You can lift your feet up and have that unstable surface here. That's totally fine. Or you can give the ball a squeeze between your ankles. I'm gonna come to recline. Take your time, hands to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. Maybe you have that little mantra, a positive statement about yourself, and the one I suggested was, I meet myself where I am. Maybe that's it, or maybe you say, I'm strong. Let's come on down. All the way down, fully recline. Once you're all the way down, arms down by your sides. Oh, my core, I can feel those little frog sit-ups. Oh my goodness. Arms down by your sides, shoulders away from your ears. Take a deep breath in. Give the ball a squeeze. Breathe out, sigh it out, let it all go. This isn't bad because you're going to do it your way. Maybe your way today is to lift your arms, shoulders away from the ears, and pat the ground. The idea is that we do it 100 times, but do it exactly however many times you want. I'm going to peel my shoulders up. Maybe that's another layer. How's that? Then I'm going to lift my legs up. I'm going to squeeze the ball. Breathe. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. Hold on. Your core is strong. You do this as many times as you like. Breathe. Maybe take a break by coming down and then get back in the game. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Maybe legs lift a little more. Hold it. You got it. You're strong. This is your Pilates 100s with the ball squeeze. All right, how are we doing time-wise? We're doing great. All right, when you're ready, let's come on down. Legs come down, arms go high overhead. Stick pose, stretch the arms high overhead. Point the toes to the bottom of your mat. Strengthen to lengthen. Think of yourself as a big letter I. Me, myself, and I. Breathe. When you're ready, come on up to a seated position. Maybe it's totally in the core as you lift. Remove the ball. Come around to your knees. Find your blocks and your weights. Bring your weights. And I mentioned earlier, these little weights with the handles, they're kind of nice. So you could buy them on Amazon and have them delivered today. All right, so have your blocks on both sides of your mat, one on each side of your mat. Have your blocks, same thing. Let's do a lunge. Right foot forward, knee over ankle, left leg goes long and straight on your mat. Press into your blocks, stay right here. Maybe press on up, shoulders over your hips, and stay right here. Maybe this is the stretch you want to get today. Perhaps you'd like to surf it out. That's what we do often too. To surf it out, just straighten and rebend the right leg. Take it back, either with the blocks or without the blocks, as far as you like, maybe to your heel. Today, I'm going to use my weights. I'm going to take my weights, bend my elbows, and bring them by my side. I'm going to bend I'm going to bring my toes toward my left shin, and I'm going to press on up so my back knee is just a little bit off of the mat. I'm going to bring the weights to my shoulders. I'm going to lift and lower the weights. Lift and lower. Maybe when the weights come down, your knee kisses the ground, and then you come up a little bit when the weights go up to the sky. You take it to what feels right for you. Press into both feet. Lift and lower the weights. Maybe the knee stays down the whole time. It's good. It really is. This is a huge pose. You decide how you want to take it. Let's finish here. Weights back to the shoulder. Knee meets knee. Weights come down to the earth. Left foot forward. Knee over ankle. Play with it a little bit. Press into the blocks. Send the right leg back, long and straight, top of the foot on the mat. Maybe press on up, shoulders over hips. Maybe surf it out a little bit or a lot. You decide. Maybe you continue to surf, or maybe you take your blocks, tuck the back right toes under, rise on up in that back knee. Come on up to a standing position. Weights to your shoulders, weights to the sky. Look forward, breathe, really press into your strong foundation of your feet, both feet. Maybe knee kisses down and comes up a little bit. Breathe. Take breaks as you need. Come down to the knee and stay there if you want. Lift and lower. You're getting strong. You're getting stronger every day, every breath, every yoga practice. Let's finish. Sweep the right foot up to meet the left and come on up to a standing position. Whew, how are your hips feeling? I'm going to step on back. Here we go. Weights to your shoulders, firmly rooted into the earth. Those lunges were hard, weren't they? All right, arms lift and lower. The weights go up to the sky, palms facing in towards your ears. Maybe alternate the weights. Maybe take heavier weights or lighter weights, it's up to you. All right, lift and lower, kind of like coming into an extended mountain. Breathe. Let's take the arms, lift them high. Slowly open them up to a letter T, nice and slow. Hold it here, chest lifts. Little teeny pulses of the hands up, up, up to the sky. Bend the elbows now, bring the weights to your shoulders and extend. Shoulders, extend. Keep your elbows open wide. Lift. You're strengthening your upper back. Working on that posture. You can alternate arms. One extends while the other bends. Look to one side, then back to center. Look to the other. Nice job. You got it going on. You're moving. Why don't more people move? The mystery of life. But you're not one of those. You're one of the ones that are moving. Good on you. All right, let's take our hands now, tee out the arms. Palms go face down this time. Pulse them down, down, down. Oh my gosh. Pulse it down. Nice work. Keep pulsing. Little teeny pulses. Let's finish. Let your arms float down by your sides. Put a bend in your knees. Maybe come on up off of your heels. You decide. Weights. Face, palms toward the front of the room. Curl the weights up, little bicep curls. You can have your feet solidly down on the ground or challenge your balance a little bit by popping up onto the balls of the feet. So you're doing little bicep curls here. Maybe sink a little lower. Breathe. Maybe alternate with the biceps. Maybe you're holding onto a chair on one side and curling with the other arm. Be sure to give the other arm equal time as you hold onto a chair on that side. Little bicep curls. Now you know what we need to do. Let's come a little bit lower. All right, kind of like a chair pose, right? Hold on here. Lift the weights to your shoulders, then down to your thighs. Breathe. Let's finish. Arms go long, palms in towards your hips. Come on up to a standing position. Send the weights high up to the sky. This is where you might like those handles. Bring your hands together. Maybe you ditch one weight. And let's work the tricep. We did the bicep. Let's do the tricep, the back of the arm. Lift the weights to the sky. Then let the weights come to the back of your neck. Keep your elbows kind of sort of hugged in to your ears as best you can. Adjust your feet. Feel comfortable here. Breathe. Triceps. Love it. We got another one for the triceps too. I'll tell you about it right now, but keep lifting the weights up to the sky, then back to your neck. Really try to take them low on your neck. And up and down. We're gonna go into that tricep kickback. So we're gonna come back up onto the balls of the feet again, but we're gonna bring the arms to the back of the room. Remember we worked the biceps a moment ago, up on the toes. Then we're gonna work the triceps up on the toes. Find your balance, it's all good. All right, let's finish here. Arms float up, then arms float down by your hips. Oh, just enjoy this moment. Shoulders down. Contentment, remember that saying? Contentment is in the moment. My shoulders are real content right now. Take a breath in, and a big maybe sighing breath out. Come onto the balls of your feet. You're holding onto those weights. You kind of feel more stable here on the balls of the feet when you got the weights in your hand. Maybe sink a little bit lower and then start to bend your elbows, bringing the weights up towards your armpits. Hold on here, look forward. Maybe sink a little lower on the balls of your feet, then send the weights to the back of the room. So weights towards your armpit, weights, arms extend, weights go to the back of the room. Then, so you're in a drinking bird pose here. Stay high on your feet. Or maybe stay flat-footed, totally fine. Breathe. When you're ready, send the arms nice and straight to the back of the room. Pulse the weights up, up, up toward the back wall. Pulse them up, chest is open. Then finish, send the weights high, high, high to the back wall. Then pulse them in towards your low back. Find your balance, or not, come down to your feet, totally good. Breathe. Let's finish. Feet come down, weights come down. Take a forward fold. Remember that pose? Let the arms hang heavy. Let your gaze go back towards your knees.
or up towards your belly button. Hands can be on the earth, or maybe they're nowhere near the earth. That's okay. Crown of your head toward your earth. Your earth, our earth. Chin towards your chest. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. Sweep your arms up, up, up. Come on up to a standing position. We're gonna do a couple familiar poses and combine them. Hands to prayer center, repeat your mantra. Maybe I am strong. Maybe I meet myself where I am. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out, let it go. Tree pose, Vrikasana. Root into one leg, bend the other leg, open that bent leg up to the side of the room. You got that Barbie doll foot going on? Maybe stay there. I'm gonna bring the foot inside the calf, maybe bring it high up into the thigh. You decide, just don't put it on the knee. Knees aren't meant to bend sideways. Hands can stay on your hip or a hand on the chair. Maybe you grow your branches, raising your arms up to the sky, wiggling your fingers and swaying your arms. If you fall out, who cares? Everybody falls out. Just get back in, right? It's not the end of the world. You fall out of a yoga pose, you get back in. That's what separates us from being people to being yogis. Yogis will get back into the pose and not give up. Push the foot into the leg, leg into the foot, look up where the ceiling and the wall meet. Hold on here, come back, hands to our center, but wait, don't put your knee down yet. Bring the bent knee to the front of the room. Take a one-legged mountain. Knee to about hip height. Now sweep your arms up and lift. Lift out of your hips, root into your foot, lift out of the crown of your head up toward the sky, hold. Hands back to prayer center. Right foot steps forward. So we've gone from tree to one-legged mountain to warrior three. Foot is planted, hands to the hips. Lift up out of the back foot. Hold on here, little softness in the right knee. Maybe hinge forward. You can have a chair nearby, whatever feels good for your balance. Left leg lifts, arms can sweep forward. Create a capital letter T shape in your body if that feels good. Hands back to prayer center or your hips. Left foot meets right. You did it. Nice balancing. Let's do it all again. Root into the opposite foot. Open up the opposite leg. Knee bent. Slip the foot wherever speaks to you today. Totally good, totally fine to stay where you are. Let yourself meet yourself where you are. Don't challenge too hard. Don't reach the point of despair in your practice. Press the foot into the leg, leg into the foot, hands at prayer center. Hold on here in your tree pose. Maybe you decide to grow one branch or the other, but look up where the ceiling and the wall meet. It helps you keep your balance. Press the foot into the leg and leg into the foot. That helps too. Wiggle your fingers, sway your arms, breathe. You got it. You got it. When you're ready, hands back to prayer center. Knee to the front of the room. Knee to hip height. Sweep the arms up. There's your one-legged mountain. You're strong. Lift. You got it. Stay strong. Time to go into a warrior three. Foot steps forward. Hands back to prayer center. Breathe. Hinge forward. Little bit of softness in the standing knee. Other foot lifts, a little or a lot, with the assistance of a chair here and there, whatever. Maybe hands to the hip and the leg lifts higher. Maybe arms reach forward as you come into a capital letter T shape. Finish, hands back to prayer center or hips, foot meets foot. You got it. Take the ball between your thighs. Give it a good squeeze. Remember chair pose, we mentioned that. All you're gonna do, sink your bottom down like you're going into a little chair. You can have your hands at prayer center, hands on your thighs, hands on your hips. Chest is more forward. Oh, I'm feeling it in my calves. I'm gonna lift up onto the balls of my feet. I'm gonna sink a little lower. Hold onto a chair if you want, and then alternate heel touchdowns. So you're kind of moving that ball left and right. Breathe. Stay gazing forward. Chest is forward. One heel touches down. Other foot comes high onto the balls of the foot.
When you're ready, come high to the balls of the feet, sink low, squeeze the ball in, in, in. You got it. Squeeze it in good and tight and hold it there, and then pulse up and down in the heels that are lifted. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You got it. When you're ready, let's finish up here by sinking lower, 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 and pulse. And then we'll finish up here. Sink lower and pulse, pulse, pulse up and down. You got it. Thighs are on fire. Plant your feet. Remove the ball. Come on down to your mat. Bend your knees. Find your weights. Bring one block to the top of your mat and kind of off of the mat. Bring your eye shade and towel up by your shoulders. Take a drink if you want, and let's come down with our weights to a clamshell position. So come on down to your knees, come on down to your hip, forearm parallel to the top of your mat, hands spread wide. Knees are bent, weights or no weights are on your thigh. Start to lift that top leg up, up, up to the sky. Keep lifted in your chest and side body, and lift that leg. Whew. And if it gets to the point of not comfortable or painful, remove those weights, and ooh, that leg is light. You decide what works. I'm gonna lift the ankles and open and close the legs here. Breathe. When you're ready, let's bring the knees down, bring the weights down, send your legs long, come on up to seated. Arms go high, arms reach forward, toes are up toward the sky. Reach down, capture your calves, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Pull the toes back toward the shin. Breathe in, breathe out, look down towards your knees. Come on back up, shoulders over your hips. Let's switch sides. Come on to your opposite hip. Forearm parallel to the earth, knees bent. Start to do your clamshells. Plain, pure, simple, with a weight. Complicated a little bit, add more weights or less weights. Maybe you practice with several different sets of weights. Maybe you decide to lift the ankles up and open and close in the knees here. So here's your clamshells. Breathe, breathe. Best part is after this, we go into that seated forward fold where we pull the toes back. All right, when you're ready, let's finish. Come on down, knees come down, weights remove, legs go long, come on up to seated. Toes go up to the sky, so do your arms. Lift. Exhale, reach forward, long and strong. Maybe reach down and grab your calves and look toward your knees. Maybe reach and capture your toes. Pull the toes toward your shins. Look to your knees and breathe. Finish up. Come on up. Shoulders over your hips. Let's come back to that first side on our forearm. Come to your forearm. Come down onto your hips, but send your legs long this time. Let's push into a forearm plank in its fullest expression. All right, you don't have to do this. You can stay on your bottom knee, but I think if you do it on your forearm with your elbow under your shoulder, you'll see that it's pretty doable. Start with kickstanding your hand in front of your belly, and then press on up. Press on up, keep your ankles glued together. Maybe put your hand on your hip, maybe reach your arm up, maybe reach your arm far forward. Press into your bottom foundational arm. Important to keep that elbow underneath the shoulder for stability. Hold on here, come on back, hand to the hip. Leg comes down. Let's do the other side. All right, let's try it again. Go to the other side. I'm on my left arm, on my left hip, sending my legs long. Maybe just mentally stay right here. Hand can be on the ground. It's going to help press you up. Legs are long. And then lift. And then maybe lift the arm or put it on the hip and look up. Hold there. You're in a forearm side plank. You got it. Let's come on down. Hip comes down, hand comes down. Come up to seated, spread your legs wide. Spread your legs wide. We'll do another Pilates move called the Pilates saw. It's up to you. Maybe you want to stay right here, or maybe you want to reach your arms forward. I'm going to lengthen up and tee out my arms. Think pinky toe, think pinky finger. Lengthen up on an exhale, because you're going to need to do it on the exhale, because that's when you hollow out your belly. twist to one side, then come back to center, then twist to the other side, and come back to center. All right, you got it, right? You exhale on the twist. Now the pinkies, I'm gonna bring my left pinky to my right pinky toe. So I'm gonna twist, then I'm gonna reach pinky finger to pinky toe. Come on back up, back to center. Exhale, twist in the other direction, pinky finger to pinky toe. Back to center. So just a few of those, right? Kind of like the old-fashioned toe touches. All right, back to center, left, right, pinky to pinky. And then let's finish. Come back to center. Reach long between your legs. Reach toward the front of the room. Send your gaze back toward your belly button. Inhale, shoulders over your hips. Come on down to your belly. Once on your belly, have your hands on top of each other. Rest your head on it. Elbows open wide, legs long on your mat. Lift your legs. Lift one or the other or both. Lift and lower the back legs, your back legs. Or lift it high, maybe lift it higher and hold. Bring the legs down. Let's do the same thing but with the upper body. Keep your feet down. Keep your hands and forehead glued together. Then lift through the arms and lower. Lift and lower. Maybe lift, push the tops of your feet into your mat. It helps a little bit. And then finish. Come on down, hands under your collarbones, press on up. Come up to standing on your knees. Once you're standing on your knees, tuck your toes towards your shins. It elevates your heel a little bit. Tee out your arms. Remember how we did pinky to pinky in the Pilates saw? Let's turn to the right. As you turn to the right, let's windmill our arms. Right arm goes up to the sky, left arm reaches for your heel. Maybe you can touch your heel, maybe you can grab your heel. Look up to your hand that's raised to the sky. Exhale, come on up. Come back to teeing out your arms. Twist in the opposite direction. That back hand, send it on down to your heel as the other arm goes up to the sky. Like a windmill, look up to the left hand. Maybe send the arm back. Breathe, come on back up, shoulders over hips, arms tee out, come back to center, hands to prayer center. You got it. All right, come on down to your bottom. You've got that block at the top. This is just a little way to measure what you're doing today in your bridge pose. All right, so we're gonna do bridge, then we're gonna take it to another Pilates pose, a Pilates bicycle, and then back to a shoulder stand in yoga, and then back to plow pose. That's why the block is there. Sounds intimidating, don't sweat it. Let's just move. All right, soles of your feet are down. Hands to prayer center. Lengthen up, say something good about you. Lean on back. Lean on back slowly, all the way down. Come on down to your back. Bring your feet up closer to your bottom. Bring your arms down by your sides. Shoulders away from your ears. Maybe tuck the shoulder blades a little bit by your spine. Press into your feet. Lift your hips up. Here's your bridge pose. Breathe, push harder into your feet. You got it, there's bridge. Roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time. Maybe you decide to stay in bridge longer, it's up to you. I'm gonna bring my feet down, then I'm gonna send them right back up again. Up to the sky. Legs go high, hold it here, chin is tucked to your chest, don't move your neck. Start to bicycle in Pilates. So bicycle, bend one knee, then the other, like you're riding an upside down bicycle. Breathe. All right, back to your shoulder stand, lift it high. That block that's behind your head, maybe let your feet come overhead as the tops of your feet come toward the earth. Maybe one foot or the other touches down. Maybe that block is in just the right spot, or maybe not. Maybe let your toes touch the block or come to the earth. Finish by rolling on up to a seated position. All right, so the block is there just to show you the ground is really not that far away. Don't sweat it. All right, let's come back down to our backs. Hug your right knee in, send your left leg long. Hug the right knee in, circle the right ankle. Send the left leg long on your mat. Bend your right knee. Hug it in with your hands underneath your knee. Circle it this way and that. send both legs long. Drag both heels up, up, up. Send both legs up, 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 straight to the sky. And then release both legs, let them float on down. The heel floats down nice and slowly, arms by your sides. Nice and slow, core is strong. Finish. Feet come down, legs spread a little bit. Arms down by your sides with your palms face up. Eye shade and towel, best part of the practice. Cover your eyes to block out the light. Makes a huge difference in how peaceful you feel. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in, breathe out. You did it. You did a lot. So you can tell everybody you did barre, you did Pilates, you lifted weights, and you did your yoga today. So they're not going to mess with you. You got it going on. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Unclench your jaws if your teeth are touching. Remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Pinky toes fall toward the earth. Shoulders away from the ears. Eyes are heavy in the eye sockets. And you're soft in your forehead. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, this is the part of the practice. You can stay in Final Shavasana as long as you like. It's a great pose in which to stay. Try to shoot for 5 minutes. Try to shoot for 7 minutes. Whatever time allows for you. You could hit your pause button here and enjoy your practice. And when you're ready to resume, unpause it. Take a deep breath in. And a big sighing breath out. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Stretch it out by reaching high overhead and pointing your toes to the bottom of the mat. Just stretch like it's your first stretch before you even get out of bed in the morning. And you should be doing that. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, roll onto one side or the other. Enjoy rolling onto this hip. Oh, let that feel good. Just like you're going to do clamshells again, right? All right, bend your low arm. Use that bicep as a pillow for your head. Top shoulder relaxes. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. As you're ready, float on up. Think about it. Are you going to use your hands or not? Eyes open or closed? Your call. Press on up. Sit comfortably, whatever is comfortable today, and every day is different. Sit however is comfortable, hands to prayer center for just that moment of focusing back on you, your own interests, your own satisfaction. It's okay. It's all right. You got to take care of you, because if you don't take care of you, who's going to take care of you? Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Stress number. You took it in the beginning. Come back to it. What was it? Now what is it? Blink your eyes open. Congratulations, you did it. You took care of yourself today. I'm glad. It's a wonderful day, and it's even better because you've done your yoga. Have a great day, everybody. Love you. See you on your mats tomorrow. Stay strong. Don't quit. Don't give up. Enjoy your day. Love you guys. Bye. Hello. She's such a good girl. Bye, guys. See ya. Hi. You're so fun. You're so fun. Thanks for being here. You did another yoga practice and your body is feeling better for it. Feel what you feel in your body. Enjoy and appreciate what you got. And just show up every day and things will get better. You will feel better and life is good. It really is. All right. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody. You know that. Tell your friends about it. Have them join in too. They can feel better and they will feel better. And if they feel better, they'll be more pleasant. And if they're more pleasant, they might just be a better friend. All right. They can check us out anytime they like. Facebook, YouTube. Enjoy. If you'd like to support our broadcast, look at our website. It's www.316yoga.com. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're being faithful to your practice. See you on your mats tomorrow.